Hello, I'm Brooks,
I'm Joe.
and this is another episode of Cantina Reviews.
Today we're talking about Black Panther.
So,
Marvel's Black Panther
yeah,
is here.
it's here, and it's probably going to be in theaters until Infinity Wars comes out.
Oh yeah, because it is making all the money.
I know, and
Yeah.
it's not going to stop.
Yeah.
It will keep going.
So we saw it.
We did see it.
We liked it.
No, yeah, I thought it was very well done, and I'm a big fan of Marvel movies nowadays, not feeling like a Marvel movie.
Right.
And that one did not feel like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, I mean they have like 18 movies in the MCU now, I think, something like that, around that number.
And the Maku.
And like a handful of them are like their own thing, but like the majority of them, I would say, follow a certain formula.
Right.
And it's one that has obviously worked.
Right.
But I think this far into like a franchise, you could start to really like change it up.
Differentiate.
And this one definitely did.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
This is like, it's very character driven. It has a good plot.
Mm-hmm.
What is lacking is like the CGI.
Yeah, like
for some
the
reason.
good effects.
Yeah, it doesn't have like the best effects, but like I feel like the story and the characters make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was fine with that. It's one that like actually, and one that, you know, Marvel doesn't really do this too much, but like it really takes its time to get going.
Right. I think too, like with this one, like not that there wasn't like a big issue in the other ones, but I feel like this one had like real stakes of like changing the world. Because like they wanted to like put these vibranium weapons in the hands of like normal people.
Right.
So like the governments and like stuff like that wouldn't be able to combat it.
We'll backtrack a little. Because
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about this now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so you have T'Challa, who is becoming the king, and they go through like a sort of trial by combat type thing. They take away the Black Panther power, which turns out is like this like flower thing that they drink.
So it's not really special.
Right. And like the vibranium causes the superpowers, it causes the technology to be great, it causes the land to flourish, and Wakanda is like hidden from the world. So it becomes like a philosophical issue as like you're introduced to Michael B. Jordan's character. It turns out, to spoilers, be his cousin, who was kind of like the uncle had betrayed the old king, T'Challa's father, and they like killed him and they left the kid like in America.
Right.
And he like kind of grew up on the streets.
Like fend for himself, if you will.
So he comes to challenge T'Challa because he has like a blood right to the throne. But like it becomes like a philosophical issue, which it's not often that Marvel goes this deep, where it's like, okay, so like our people have been oppressed for hundreds of years, and where was Wakanda? Wakanda could have stopped it all.
Right.
So what you were getting into when, you know, his character Killmonger comes into it, he's like, well, we're just going to take over the world because we can. So yeah, there's like big stakes.
Yeah.
Not even just like within the family of characters, but also like the world. And it's not like a big beam from the sky stakes.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, like, is the Black Panther always the king?
Yeah.
So then how was he entitled to the throne if his father was the brother of the king? The prince would have been T'Challa.
Oh, like I guess like they just, if you have a blood right to the throne, by family blood.
Yeah, but I mean, anybody could challenge him to the throne.
Right, but like if the king had died, if you think of like a royal line, like the brother could have been entitled to the throne. Think of like Game of Thrones. Where like,
but if it's in Game of Thrones, then the son would have just taken the throne at the age of like 5.
Right, but like there's so like, you know, Game of Thrones, Robert dies, Joffrey's on the throne, but he's an illegitimate heir. So Stannis claims it and Renly claims it because they're brothers of Robert.
Okay. Because that's what I was thinking through the movie. I was like, wait.
Well, and also the way they work in Wakanda is if that guy had beaten T'Challa in the beginning, he'd become the king.
Right, exactly.
And it would change the whole line anyway. So I guess technically anyone could challenge him.
Yeah, so there is no blood right. Anybody that wins is the king. It just happens that the king's always the Black Panther.
He wasn't there when they did it officially.
Right, yeah, because what had confused me, I was like, wait, because he was like, it's his blood rights. That's why I was like, wait, so his dad was the king, and the Black Panther was the Black Panther? Yeah. But isn't the Black Panther always the king?
The Black Panther's the king.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait. Yeah. But yeah, if anybody can just take it, then there's no point to a blood right.
Unless they do it at that specific ceremonial time. And that's when you get the challenge.
Right.
And if you don't and he won, he is the king.
Right.
I don't think we're making a lot out of a little.
Mm-hmm. It's just one of those.
I think he could challenge at any time because he is blood related.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
So go see it. It's definitely breaking box office records like every other movie that's come out this year.
Oh yeah, exactly. I think what works really well about it as well is it's one of the he's definitely Michael B. Jordan's character is definitely one of the better Marvel villains because there's definitely much more to him. Mm-hmm. Like we talked about in our Spider-Man review, I really like the Vulture because like he like had a point and you could like relate and sympathize with him, and like the same thing with Michael B. Jordan's character. So his thing is like, we have all this great power, like why don't we do something with it, or like either help people or he wanted to take over the world with it. But like if you think about it, like yeah, he's got a point, and in the end they end up implementing that kind of anyway.
Right.
It just makes it interesting when you have like a villain you kind of care about.
You're telling me that the king of a third world country runs around in a bulletproof catsuit?
CGI was bad.
The CGI
which was mentioned.
Yeah, the CGI was like weirdly dated, I guess. Like the big thing to me that looked weird was like anytime they were in like the ancestral plane, when they would like go and like connect with their ancestors, the old Black Panthers or whatever. Like the green screen background looked really bad. But then even like the final fight scenes, like when they're both in suits, looked very like video game-ish.
Yeah. Well, they're getting ready for Ready Player One, so they want everybody to get in that mindset.
Yeah. Well, I guess like they're getting ready for Infinity War, so like it's really expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
They're like prepared. The CGI took a hit just so we could get the actors. So.
Yeah, and I guess like for me, like you know, the story and the characters make up for it, but like the CGI was like noticeably
bad.
weird. Yeah. Like early 2000s, kinda.
Once again, a villain that we think is going to be the main villain is now cut short.
And once again, it's Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Did the same thing.
Poor guy.
No one's nearly as upset about this as they were about Snoke.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No one really cares.
Yeah, Claw, who was like in Ultron for a hot second, and then he was in this one. Like we knew from the commercials Michael B. Jordan was a bad guy. I don't know. I just didn't know he was. I didn't expect him to kill him.
Yeah, no.
Like relatively early in the movie. Like
yeah, I thought they were still gonna like work together.
You know, once again, he dies like an hour in, and I think it was a little later in the Last Jedi, but the Last Jedi is longer.
Right.
But yeah, a guy that is like supposed to be like the big bad just dies. The other bad guy kills him.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that Andy Serkis did that twice in 1 year.
Yeah.
Well,
he's still making money.
Yeah.
I feel like there's certain stars that want all the money.
Right.
Like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
But then there's ones that are like, you know what, I'm happy with a few $1 million.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna do great roles like sporadically.
I'll go to a Comic-Con when they want me to and sign some stuff.
Yeah. Though I wonder what he made off of like Gollum.
Oh my god.
And like Planet of the Apes. Because he did the 3 Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah, let alone Star Wars and and Marvel.
Right.
With what little parts he had in Marvel.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about Forrest Whitaker.
Oh my god. So Forrest Shit Actor makes his return.
Yeah. I thought it was weird that they brought Bor Gullet into this movie too. Like I didn't. It was the worst part of Rogue One, and they brought him into this one.
Brought it right back in.
No, they didn't actually bring Bor Gullet in. But
no.
Forrest Whitaker. Once again, he played the same thing he did in Rogue One, like a weird, raspy
old guy
voice.
Yeah.
Save the rebellion.
Yeah.
Like it was like the same thing, and like he dies.
Yeah.
And he also looks like he's like lost.
What movie is this? Yeah, it's
and I don't know
terrible.
what happened to him. Why does he do this?
I don't know.
It's being compared to like The Dark Knight.
Really?
I don't know if I feel that strongly about it.
No, I still feel like they look different.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand how. I don't know, because like Dark Knight was like the build up of the whole character.
Right.
In this, he's already Black Panther.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I guess like it felt the most like Dark Knight to me. Like I was getting the comparisons when they were doing that little side mission of where they're gonna go get Claw in the casino.
Okay, yeah.
Like that part felt like that part felt like The Dark Knight for some reason. It just had like a feel to it.
Right, it had a look to it.
It's kind of like a Bond film with a superhero.
Yeah.
And it was like darker, and there was like a car chase, and like the music in that moment was very similar. Like,
it was very well done.
Dun, 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 like kind of. I'm like, okay, now I'm getting it. But then from that point on, not really at all. It's like its own thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess you could say it's like the closest to being like the Dark Knight of the Marvel movies because it's kind of like I said, very character driven.
Right.
People are calling it like Shakespearean.
Oh.
It's similar to that kind of tone, like the rise and fall and rise again of the character, and like the downfall of the tragic character,
right.
being Michael B. Jordan. So.
I think another issue I have nowadays is I know the heroes are gonna survive.
Oh yeah, that's like there's the part in the movie where Michael B. Jordan's character does challenge him to battle, and he kills him, and he's gone for like a while.
Yeah, I was like, I know he's coming back, but when?
He's gone for like 15-20 minutes, I guess, and like. I mean, of course we know he's going to live because it's the Black Panther movie, but we, like, definitely know he's going to live because we've already seen him in the Infinity War trailer.
Right.
So, like, in that moment, it's like, I know he survives somehow.
Well, like Thor Ragnarok, I know these two are going to survive and escape.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to make their way back.
Right.
Now I have to watch this movie just to see how they did it.
And it's like there's something about, like, yes, we know they're going to survive, but the fact that we have seen them in another trailer already makes it, like, it takes you that much more out of it. And it's like, I guess it'd be tough to, like, wait till now to release the Infinity War trailer. And you also wouldn't want to, like, detract from Black Panther while it's in theaters, but, like, maybe just not put him in the trailer.
Yeah, somehow
because, like, for 20 minutes of this movie, you're supposed to think he's dead.
Yeah. What if you like one of these people, like, say this was happening in our world.
Right.
Could you imagine? Like, in all honesty, I don't think the world would function the way it does in these movies.
Well, what I was thinking is, like, so what I thought was, like, super interesting, like, obviously there was, like, the philosophical battle between, like, him and the cousin of, like, how we should be using this technology. But, like, they didn't get too much into it. It was, like, alluded to. But, like, the implications of them being revealed to the world.
Right.
So I was like, oh, man. Black Panther 2 would totally be like some nation now is going to attack them and try to steal their weapons. But we're going into Infinity War, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, everybody's going to unite to fight.
I feel like if we didn't know Infinity War was coming already, a great next step is what it's now going to be like that Wakanda is revealed.
Right.
Because, like, imagine in a world like we have, like, our superpowers now. We have, like, the United States with Russia. We have, like, China, like, stuff like that. Like, imagine it being revealed today that there is a secret nation that is far more powerful than us.
Yeah, so it's like we just band together.
Right, like what happens?
Yeah. Wait for them to help us.
Right. Either we wait for them to help us or like the United States being crazy would be like, we can't have this. We need to be number one.
Yeah, and then we could destroy it somehow, or at least attempt to.
So I feel like an interesting next step could be like someone now attacks Wakanda.
Yeah.
But we have Infinity War, so that might kind of be that. It looks like in the trailer, some of the movie, like there's at least a battle plane like on, like in that area, as well as New York City. But like,
yeah, like if you're just a normal New Yorker, like you've seen this shit for years. Like just everything's getting destroyed.
Every like year or two, there's some alien thing.
Yeah, these superhumans are running around. Like, at what point does society just break down and realize that there's people that are so far out of tune? Like,
well, like Civil War kind of gets into it, not as deeply. Like, it doesn't really. It has like a couple government officials saying this is bad.
Yeah,
we need regulations, and then they hash it out.
Right.
But like, yeah, like if you were to really think what would be going on in the world.
Same thing with like Spider-Man, like the Vulture. Like he's just a normal person cleaning up the mess of these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's. I want to see, like...
That's what was so cool about his character.
Right, because, like, I want to see what an average person is doing.
Yeah.
Like, all these doomsday preppers today, like, do you think this would constitute them running to their bunker and hiding for years?
Yeah.
And then Ultron Thanos shows up, and you're like, this is it.
This is the
like, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
So for years, it's the end of the world.
Right. All the time.
Man. Yeah, I would say definitely go see it, even if you don't have Movie Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a good movie.
It's worth it. Yeah.
It's not your typical, day-to-day Marvel movie.
I mean, obviously because there's so many of them, my list is getting longer and longer, but I'd put it in, like, my top.
Yeah, definitely.
It's, like, one of those that stands out. And then when I think of Marvel movies, to me, that stand out, it's, like, Winter Soldier, because it had such, like, a different feel to it.
Right.
Guardians of the Galaxy, because it was, like, something totally new. We both really liked Ant-Man a lot. Even though, like, the plot wasn't, like, totally different. It was just, like, it has, like, a different...
Yeah, it has a different feeling to it. Like, it's not your typical... Same thing with, like, Deadpool, just because it's not...
the average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a good movie.
Yeah.
Bring
Probably
us up.
already saw it. I think everyone saw it.
Yeah, they had to have at
Yeah.
this point. It's only been out for 2.5, 3 days.
Yeah, it's like the best movie ever. Yeah, so you can watch our channel for other videos
You could.
about Marvel and mostly Star Wars. I mean, once Infinity Wars comes out, like that month is so stacked with movies.
Yeah,
So
we're going to have a lot of videos.
We'll be hoping to like review them and talk about them, whatever.
So once again, I'm Brooks.
I'm Joe.
And this is another episode of Cantina Reviews.
Unless they do it at the